All right, hello YouTube Shroomies. I thought the best way to do this detailed guide series is to actually just play a brand new account, take you through all the key moments, what to focus on every single day so you could play efficiently and have a good early start. And you can totally do really well as a free to play following, the general advice kind of left to you on the very first overall introduction video. Now, one of the things on when you're starting out, do want to go check out, what kind of people you have in there. I think once you are able to unlock, which is 4-10, you actually can find a family. Start to see if you have whales on your server, people who are big spenders. You should be able to see that as well through the arena, and you can see, what are people spending. End of the day, it is all about server versus server. You're going to be stuck with the people you have on your server. So making sure you find people that you're willing to play with before you spend money and really sink into the game. That is really important. Some people like to have other whales. If you're a big whale, you enjoy having another whale to compete against. Some people prefer to be the type of whale that I am, going to only spend, and I want to make sure that I don't have competition on my server. Both way works perfectly fine. Really, it's all about, what suits you best and the play style that you want. Early game is really simple, straightforward. It's a little bit annoying. I need to get to level 16 before I unlock the auto lamp, which is going to make clicking way easier. But right now, all the way through, you're just manually clicking this lamp. You're getting gear, and you want to upgrade to the best gear possible. Of course, better grade is better than level. And sometimes if you try to sell equipment that is, better, it would actually prompt you to ask you, are you sure? And on the side, you'll have little quests to complete, and they will help you evolve and get stronger. Here you can see at level 15 you do evolve. There is the quest up here that tells you the different features are unlocked as you progress through the game. But this is also the part that's really important too. This little quest prompt on the side, you want to make sure you're constantly progressing on it, because this is actually what unlocks some of your key features. So here, clicking, clearing that gives me a big gem, big boost on the gold. Now I'm able to, I think, unlock to lamp 4. Now, we'll come back to talk about ads in just a little bit. And this little dragon thing, you need to watch ad to claim. So that's why you really want to make sure you unlock ads in this game as well. You can watch the ads if you want, but there's going to be like 20 to 30 ads you want to watch each day. If you can put up with that, that's fine. But if you don't want to put up with ads, you can always obtain for basically paying for the game for $10. And it will save you so much paying if you plan to keep playing this game. Now, don't do that on your first day. Like I said, day one, it's all about, first couple of days is just trying to figure out your family. Once you go to your family, figure out the players, figure out their whales. You can see the world chat is super active, even though it's like it's only like the first few hours of the server. Every new server opens about every 12 hours, so you're always going to be going to the newest server. Progression is super fast at the beginning of the game. You want to basically start as soon as the server starts, and that will basically help you, get the most advantage possible. Now, at the beginning, you're just a little mushroom, right? You don't even have to worry about your class. You don't have to worry about your build. The level 30 is when you first pick your class. So at this point, you shouldn't even have to worry about gear. Really, just simply equip the highest level thing you possibly can find. Whenever you have 30 draws, you should use it. Don't use your gems. Whatever you do, don't use your gems, because you want to save your gems for mounts later. Here, once you unlock, 1-10, the new carnival event will start. You have 3,000 draws unlocked. Spending just started at normal 3-1. Here, based on your spending, you can get some additional keys and a whole bunch of stuff. I can tell you that this is at your own discretion. Okay, this floral cactus is not very good. Okay, it's not a pet you're going to be using long term. But hey, getting floral cactus, at least it gives you some base stats as you get extra copies of it. So if you want it for that, you can, do it for that. There's also the daily saving event. So here's where, like, if you spend $1 a day, you can get a bunch of goodies. Here's what I would say is, just plan your spending wisely, like just buying the bare minimum, $1 a day, for example. In here, you starter pack, you have $1 deals here, as well as your 7-day trials. I think there's a benefit pack that unlocks every single day. So those are small ways of just using one quick dollar to get into the game. Now you'll see this collection chest come up. All right, and the amount of gold you gain per minute depends on the progress you have on the campaign. And so that's why you want to accelerate through your process through a campaign as far as possible. This caps at 960, and it's not that far to get it. I think by the time you finish the 3,000 draw event, free draws event, here you can see you get 3,000 free draws based on your progression. It goes all the way up to Apocalypse. I think when you get to Apocalypse, you will be at 960, which is maximum. Like I'm at Revelation on my main account, and it's not getting any higher. So really, it's all about progressing here. If you ever die on the boss and stuck, you can always press that button to go straight to the boss level. Let's keep clicking so I can talk while click away. Oh, great, excellent. The second epic piece I got on this account. That's wonderful. When I get to level 16, I will be able to unlock the auto button, which will be so much better and not have to sit through the pain of this non-stop clicking here. Now, a lot of, like I mentioned, like early on, you focus on just pets, right? Your pets, your skills. Watching these ads, you can. Every time you watch the ad, it goes up by one. Eventually reaching 35. You can watch 3 here each day, same here. So you can see these adds up very quickly in terms of free resources. So that's why, even if you're a low spender, if you can afford the $10, getting it will be, it will be a long-term investment for your account. And, pretty much anyone who wants to play this, get the ads removed. It makes your life so much easier. When you finish, for example, these keys, right? You get 2 extra keys for your 2 extra keys from watching 2 ads each. So that's a lot of ads, like I mentioned. Now, maybe I'll do a quick ad of my own for Aptoid. I am playing on an emulator, and you can see that I have Aptoid installed, and within it you have Coin Wallet. This is how and I'm earning 5% extra on my purchase. In Legend of Mushroom, when you go to the reward section, you can see that I have the promo code Gandolf up, so you're getting that 5% extra. You earn progress in this game towards your purchases, and basically you can use it for in-game purchases. So for example, whoops, oh no, I actually clicked on an ad. Get me out, get me out. There we go. Whew, that was bad. See, ads are horrible. You want to get rid of these ads. There's just over. And these little dragons can buy all the time, so you can get like 100 free gems all the time from here. Like from these pop up, like for this $1, I can potentially buy this and make my life super easy. And because I've spent using Aptoid, I can just use the Aptoid balance, right? And if I do buy it, you can see I earn 19 cents off my purchase. So that's basically how Aptoid works. Now, we are 3-8 and we're progressing through nice and slowly. But this is kind of like pretty much your first day. Once you unlock, let's just keep pushing a little bit further, because I do want to show you guys how to set up your auto filter thing and explain kind of how to set it up kind of in an optimal way, and make your life easy, right? Because all I'm trying to do is, go through all the key little details here. All right, this is probably... Okay, people are talking about their main server. They got 111 million power. 80K is wild. Here even prompts you. Like, see here, even though it's a lower grade, it's much higher level. So you are able, it will even prompt you to equip it. And you should always equip the early on, right, just simply go for more stats. More stats is all, it's just raw base stats. You don't have to worry about your build much at all. Someone just said they what? They dropped what? They dropped 200K on the game already? Wow. Okay, so here's the auto use feature, okay? So this is the part that I want to explain to you. You want to set this at the level, if you're all blue already, you should set it pretty much at blue or blue or epic here. Look at your probability. Your probability is your current, so 2%, and you can increase the number of lamps you can use. So this unlocks at level 8. We're gonna do well and above, and I will take any gear later on, right? So if you are a archer, for example, I will recommend crit combo. If you are a mage, you should go skill, crit, and stun. If you are a beastmaster, you will go for Pal crit and Pal combo. And if you're a warrior, and go for the warbringer one, because the other one is truly a tank, and it's really good in PvP, but it's not going to be very useful in PvE content. So go for crit, for counter strike and crit. And in terms of as you go into your build, I will highly recommend starting out with either an archer or a mage class. In fact, I highly recommend going with a prophet class. Get to around level 100, then switch over to an archer class. Because archer class basically has the best PvE builds. It will help you push a lot of the content to the highest level possible. Then you can just skip. And then once you're really pushed everything kind of to the max, where you can get max reward every day just from skipping, that's when you want to switch to a class you enjoy. If you enjoy a lot of PvP content, you might want to go for PvP build heavy and rank really high from that perspective to maximize your reward gains. So here I am just going to actually leave everything on any right now, because really it's all about just quickly progressing. Stop prompting me to buy that thing. So now you can see my life is much better. My hands are free, and it's, only blue gear will come up. From time to time, I will change that. Now, once you get to a certain level, there will be a little icon here that appears. Oh, excellent. Okay. It will appear here, and this gets unlocked, okay, when you reach lamp 12, 20, and 26, and you get to actually block out one of the attributes you don't need. So later on, like, you will eventually start looking at your substats and care about what are those substats on the bottom. So you can see here you have a substat crit rate, right? Like, that will actually matter a lot more later on in the game. At this point, you don't really have to worry about substats until maybe you're starting to hit like epic or legendary gear. Like, at the beginning, you're going to be progressing very nicely. Just simply focus on just getting like all decent gear first and progress your level as quickly as possible. So here it tells me to challenge a Molten Ruin. Probably should have done that already. So here's the dragon one. And you want to challenge these when the prompts come up, so you are able to progress accordingly. Again, early on, I'm going to talk about skills, right? Like, for example, here, this skill actually is really good. You want to be able to slow down the enemy, giving you more time to attack it with range. You will be even using this in endgame. Like early on, I'll find, like, especially for your archer class, you probably want to go for something that it's all about boosting your own stats. So boosting your own attack, boosting your own attack speed, slowing the enemy down is key. Your Molten Ruins is basically where you go to get additional coupons and gems, and here is where you get all of your lamps. And only these two will be unlocked in the first day. As you progress in the number of days in the game, you will be able to have more dungeons unlocked, and we'll cover it in a future video. So yeah, so on the first day, I think we kind of covered all the key content you want to do. All the key things you want to focus on in your very first day is all listed to the information to the right. You can see we made some good progression. Like, I feel like with even 2% chance, we probably should dial this up to maybe well and rare and above, just so that I get less pop-up and it's less annoying for me to deal with. Here you can see I unlocked auto use. I got PAL. Here I probably first 7 days I got my first evolution done. I haven't done arena yet. And you know, when you first go into arena, well, let's see, when is arena lock? It does not say. No, this is sailing. This is level rush. So at the beginning, everyone's rushing through their levels. See, you can see all the people who got further progression are simply the people who bought these weapons. There are 3 of them to buy. I think they get increasingly expensive. You get the weapon, you get the armor, and you get the headpiece, I believe. And the 3 pieces of them together will give you a huge stat boost. And basically, anyone who has them, you know, will dominate everybody pre-level 50 on your gear. So if you want to get ahead and enjoy that dopamine rush, you know, spend. And if you use my code, use Aptoid, all the information below, you're also supporting me as a content creator. So I'll leave it at that. Please like and subscribe. The episodes will continue. We'll go through all the new playthrough until we have unlocked all the content in the game. And from that perspective, this will form a really good set of guide for players who want to get into Legend of Mushroom. I think it's a really fun casual game. Like I mentioned in the very first video, I think it's a lot of family fun. And you can play with your kids. You can get your spouse involved, significant other, partner, and you'll have a lot of fun with it. And for the most part, find an active server. A lot of people were talking, and it is really a social game. And you know, like I mentioned, a lot of the core content of this game, it all revolves around server versus server. So find a server, find a family that, you know, is very talkative and, you know, have a lot of fun together. I should be able to unlock this very soon. 4-10, only 10 more stages. So in the next video, we'll talk a little bit more about like the family. How do you want to do server-based or guild-based content? And I'll catch you in the next one. Gandolf out.